feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey, yard, dash, honey, yard, dash, honey, yard, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Giants. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee. As they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Hands up, please! And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Jumper. Hey. 93, 52, 93, 44.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Here's Bird to return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness. The ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And they're a big TFL tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up.
3rd down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. The pass complete. It's Bird. And taking it across midfield, and it... Inside the 45.
15 yards. And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set, ready? 18 Gators. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Normally, that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You usually want to wait to 2nd or 3rd down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And out of bounds right around the 20.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Ready.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And Rosas puts this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
After the sack on first down, Dalton, and the pressure gets to him again.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Mox 56. Mox 56. Orbit. 56 to Mox, boy. 56. Check 56. Come on. 56.
Dalton here from the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check. 80 weapon. Now.
From the gun, Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 2 by 2. Move. Nice. Kill. Heavy.
So a designed run last play. Now Dalton to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Dalton. And able to find Green. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Hands up. 368.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Chopper! Get it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Barkley, the ball carrier. Jordan Evans on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
On the double. Mike 57. Come on, D. Check 31.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Ready up.
57, come on. You go night.
Five.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
I got you, boy.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Mike. We need team.
Watch the screen.
Second down, here's an option right. He gives it up. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
Hot. Lady.
Right there. 56.
Hot.
Pick the edge. Go.
First and 10 for Dalton. Open man is Ross, complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Wide. Get wide.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now the Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Nice. Heavy.
Rush in.
Now a handoff looking right. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, Tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On the set. General West. Give it up, nothing. Check. Hit it.
Jones throwing on first down. Flushed out right. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Bengals grab it. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and 5 now. Dalton. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain?
No, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Another try for Barkley. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Now! Yo, faster! No! Check 50. Ready?
They'll run with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Passing, it's Dalton. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. The final act of the first half. Dalton, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go! First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Get it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. The 40. 30. 10. 5. Touchdown. Giants. Darius Slayton. 81 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches a football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Go, go! First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now Jones off the play fake. He's got Smith here. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 30 yards. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
Now Jones. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Dalton, 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Ready, set.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
50, plant.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
52, 93, 44.
Now they try the right side here. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on it? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing Jones. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here's Jones. Off play action. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Here now, Johnny Townsend. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here now, Johnny Townsend as he's on to punt for New York. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Lady! Check 56. Here we go, here we go. No. Off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Lead. Right there, 56. Yep. Watch the twist. Shit.
Right here. 368.
To throw here, Dalton. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check, 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 check. You got rock it. You got tight right there. Shoot now.
Jones now throwing to start the drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And now he'll tuck it and run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Looking to throw. Jones. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Here we go. Watch left. Let's go, D. Big trip.
Jones operating from the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Wayne Goldman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff looking right. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Oh, that's a big one right there. You talk about breaking off a huge chunk of real estate. But if you're the defensive coordinator, you cannot dwell on the fact you just gave up an explosive run. You have to look ahead, regroup your guys, and figure out a way to slow down this attack.
Stop your whining. He's 2-2. Move. Crash.
Andy Dalton. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Dalton now to pass. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
They'll go to Barkley again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
368.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
What's the ball?
Check the back, check the back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Yeah, let's go sack.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
60 Pittsburgh.
He's coming.
On first down, Barkley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Blue draw Corkers.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Down. 60 yards.
Let's go, D, let's go.
It's Barkley on the counter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Ready.
Mike 57, Mike 57.
Come on, come on.
Kill.
Get it.
Again, it's Barkley. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
All day, defense, all day.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Giants, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.